little walking video from me. So this time about triple negative breast cancer, as it is Triple Negative Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I have triple negative breast cancer, have had for a few years now. Mine's metastatic. The difference between triple negative breast cancer and others is that it doesn't have receptors for estrogen, progesterone or HER2. It's historically quite difficult to treat, historically quite aggressive, and about 15%, 10 to 15% of breast cancer cases are triple negative breast cancer. So my journey with it, I guess I could tell you a few of the treatments that I've been on. So I started as estrogen positive breast cancer 6 years ago, primary, and then 2 years ago, about January 2 years back, I was diagnosed with metastatic cancer, and this time biopsies showed that it was, all the receptors had gone, so it was classed as triple negative breast cancer. So I started with Abraxane, which is very similar to paclitaxel, some of you may have had or know of. So I had that, and that worked. I had some stable and some reduction scans, and it worked for 14 months, I think it was, so a good decent amount of time I found. And then once I progressed on that one, I moved on to a ADC drug called, which is an antibody drug conjugate drug, relatively new. A few years back it became used in the UK. It had been used for a little bit longer in the US, and that was called Trodelvy, or sacituzumab govitecan, I think. Bit of a mouthful. And that one I was on for about 6 months until I progressed on that one, and I moved on to a drug called Eribulin, which I have just finished. So I was on that for 3 months. Unfortunately, it didn't seem to work at all for me. So today I've started my 4th line treatment for metastatic triple negative breast cancer, and it's called carboplatin, which is a drug that actually is used quite a lot in the 1st line setting for triple negative, I think. But because I didn't start with triple negative, I started with estrogen positive, I didn't have that one early on, so it's a line that I'm able to have at this point. So fingers crossed that it works. That's a little potted story of my experience of triple negative breast cancer. Thank you for listening. Bye.